Alright, on a brand new permission that I know very, very little about. I don't even know the age right offhand, but there was some structures fairly close by from the 30s. And we got a first target, and it's a cool one. Love finding old keys. Looks like maybe an old cabinet key or something. No, maybe a padlock key. I think it says Yale on it. Very cool. Well, I gotta tell you, for a second target, I'm not complaining. Got a wheat scent. That's kind of unexpected. I'm not gonna ever complain about an old key and a wheat penny back to back. 56 D maybe. All right, there's a chance for silver. I have never dug one of these. Now, I'm covering up the last name because it is the name of the property owner. But it says Philmatic. Got the number, whatever that is. It's almost like a dog tag. I don't know. I'm not sure what that would have went on. Not a dog tag exactly. Sounded good though. I'll give it to the homeowner. Well, this little find turned out to be a pretty unique piece of Americana. It's an early form of credit card called the Charge a Card. Now, credit cards have a pretty unique history. They actually started out as coins called charge coins, and they'd have a specific account number on the coin to keep track of your charges. And then the Charge a Card, which is what I found. Now, it would have been embossed like you saw with the numbers, and on the back where the little clips were, that would have held a little piece of paper with the owner's signature on it. Then the cards got a little bit bigger, and in the 50s we were introduced to the Diners Club card. Now, this was the first card that could be used in multiple locations. Usually these charge cards were just for a specific business, whatever business issued the card. The Diners Club card held the distinction of being the first card to be able to be used anywhere that you wanted to charge something, pretty much. And then the cards turned into plastic later on in the 1950s and look more like what we use today. So, pretty timely little find. Christmas is coming up. I'm sure more than a few of you have gotten quite familiar with your credit card. You know, one of the questions I get asked a lot is how the heck I know so much about the stuff that I dig up. Now, that's not just me being arrogant or bragging. Take this washer, for instance. I can tell you exactly what that washer was used for. It came off of a brake line. If I went back and looked, I could tell you what vehicle maybe it came off of. And people go, how in the world do you know that? Well, I know that because of you awesome viewers. Dug one of these a couple weeks ago, and several of you guys jumped on it right away. I was like, yep, brake line washer. So now I know what I'm digging, and it makes me look smart. Thanks, guys. Surface find. At least I believe it is. Oh, yeah. Cool little marble. Love finding those. Very cool. Oh my gosh. Oh, it finally happened. No, not that. That was just laying in the bottom of the hole. So I just got a signal that I've got 1,000 times. It always turns out to be a big old chunk of aluminum. Look at that. That right there is my first $50. I don't have a clue what it is. Oh my gosh. Man, I did not expect that at this place. Look at that beauty. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this just for a minute. I have been waiting 3 years to see that sitting in a plug. My goodness. Okay. Extract. Now I don't own a Franklin. I own a Walker, but I've never dug any $50. So no matter what this is, it's gonna be a good one. I think it's a Franklin. Awesome. Is it? Yep. Oh my gosh. Wow. I won't rub it. 1950 something Franklin half. Awesome. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Never ever seen a bald-headed fat guy more attractive. Oh, Ben. $1954D. It's in good shape. Well, this one is going to the homeowner because I know this house has special meaning, and I know he will know who dropped this one, and it's the way that it should be. I just wanted to find it. Oh, that's so cool. Well, the homeowner came home and I got to drop the $50 and what else? Oh yeah, that tag, which was his great-grandfather's name on that tag. Got to give him both of those, which is just awesome. And he brought me out here to the side of the creek and said he knew where some old bottles were and the old dump, which that just tickles me pink. So there's a Pond's bottle. And right back under that holly tree is a big pile, a big old dump. And I'm hoping there's some good old bottles in there. So we're gonna get in there and poke around. And I did find out the age of this property. And the house that was on it is 1929, and there's a lot of acreage. So that just worked out awesome. Might be here for a little while. Well, laying here right on top was that. Is that an ink bottle? That would be my second one if it was. Kind of cool. Well, nothing too exotic yet, but that's kind of cool. Old Johnson's baby powder in the metal can. Saw some sign of a Coke bottle. This was pretty cool. Some old glass that turned a real pretty purple. But not much together. A few pond jars, that little inkwell. But I need to get in there and scratch around a little deeper and see what turns up. Starting to rain now. We'll be back. All right, back to detecting, and I've got a wheat scent. And what's hilarious to me is when I was rubbing on it, I can see the mint mark, but I can't see the date. That don't happen much. I see 19 and I see a D beneath that, but the last two letters or numbers are gone. But it is a wheat scent. Looks to me very much like something I love to dig. That looks like a token. Let's hope that thing is local. Ooh, it's a bit chewy too. Let's clean it up and see what we got. Well, that was a bit of a surprise. Not nearly as old as what I was hoping for. 1970 new model RCA, and at the bottom it would say sweepstakes. And if I ever get this side cleaned up, you'll see one of those old wood cabinet TVs. It was a sweepstakes token for this. The TV was called the Stockholm. So, not as old as what we're looking for, but it's still a cool find. Gotta love a token. Mail call time. I got tickled the other day. I turned on YouTube and I noticed like the first 4 or 5 videos were all the same thing. All these channels were doing mail calls because it's a good community of folks. And you guys around Christmas, boy, y'all start sending stuff to everybody and everybody's sending something to somebody. And that's pretty cool. It says a lot about you. I did get some things in the mail from some of my favorite people. First, I got this awesome card from somebody that you'll know pretty well, Diggin with Deej. And she sent me a little note, but taped inside this card was this coin. And I gotta zoom in on this thing. Look at the detail on that coin. Isn't that crazy? Check out the date. 1896, 1 Pfennig. German coin there. Thank you, Deej. That is a really cool coin, and I loved hearing from you. If you haven't checked out Diggin with Deej, you'll love her channel. She loves history, and she loves talking about history, and she doesn't just go dig a place. She tells you all about it. I really enjoy watching her when I get a chance. All right, something else that showed up in the mail. Check out that little beauty. Now, if you watched a few videos back, I had a big plane fly over my head, and I got fortunate enough to get put in contact with a crew member on that plane. And he sent me this patch, a squadron patch. 15th Special Operations Squadron. How cool is that? That will definitely go in the relic room, along with all the other pieces of military and war history. That's just an awesome looking patch right there. So thank you so much to the 15th Special Ops Squadron. I really appreciate you guys, and sleep a lot better at night knowing that you're there getting the job done. Lastly, but not leastly, check out the shirt from Metal Detecting NWGA. He has gone to Detectees and got some shirts ordered up, and I love the design. Check out the old coin. And he sent me a t-shirt. And not only did he send me a t-shirt, he sent me something that in one of the videos just a little bit ago, I said I did not have. There you go. He sent me something that I have never dug. Check out the cool cross. This one's cool. Kind of abstract in its design. I like that. So he dug up a cross, and he was kind enough to send me one. So I've got one. Still hoping to dig my own one day, but for now, hey, this works. Love it. Thank you, Dwayne. I really appreciate it. If you haven't gone and checked out Metal Detecting NWGA, you need to. Dwayne digs some great stuff, does some great detecting machine reviews. You'll really enjoy the channel. My friends Les and Kathy Mall sent some homemade bread and homemade jam my way. I got none of it because these little rats got a hold of it, and that was the last anybody ever saw of it. Thank you, Les and Kathy.